Hi students, I'm Praveen Sebastian Paul. In this lecture, we are discussing 11 different types of software testing that we are performing in the software engineering environment. So in the previous lecture, we had discussed 10 among them, and we are starting from the 11th one. The 11th type of software testing is branch testing. So branch testing is a type of white box testing. So actually white box testing is a testing mechanism which is based on the knowledge about the internal logic of an application code. So this branch testing is a white box testing and it is carried out during the unit testing phase. The branch testing, as the name itself suggests, the code is tested thoroughly by traversing at each and every branch of that particular code. The next one is comparison testing. The comparison of a product's strength and weakness with its previous version or other similar products is termed as comparison testing. Another type of testing is compatibility testing. It is a testing type in which it validates how the software behaves and run in a different environment, web server, hardware, and network environment. Compatibility testing ensures that the software can run on different configurations, different databases, different browsers, and their different versions. Compatibility testing is performed by the testing team itself. Next one is component testing. It is mostly performed by the developers after the completion of unit testing. Component testing involves testing of multiple functionalities as a single code, and its objective is to identify if any defect exists after connecting those multiple functionalities with each other. The next type is end-to-end testing. Similar to the system testing, end-to-end testing involves testing of a complete application environment in a situation that mimics the real-world use, such as interacting with a database, using network communication, or interacting with other hardwares, applications, or system if appropriate. So actually this end-to-end testing focuses on the simulation of the real world where this application is going to be installed and testing whether the application is working perfectly in those simulated environment. The next type is equivalence partitioning. It is a testing technique and a type of black box testing. During this equivalence partitioning, a set of the group is selected and a few values or numbers are picked up for testing. It is understood that all values from that group generate the same output. The aim of this testing is to remove redundant test cases within a specific group which generates the same output but not any defect. Suppose the application accepts value between -10 and +10. So using equivalence partitioning, the values picked up for testing are 0, 1 positive value and 1 negative value. So the equivalence partitioning for this testing is -10 to -1, 0 and 1 to 10. The next type of testing is example testing. It means a real-time testing. Example testing includes the real-time scenarios. It also involves the scenarios based on experience of the testers. The 18th type is exploratory testing. The exploratory testing is informal testing performed by the testing team. The objective of this testing is to explore the application and looking for defects that exist in the application. Sometimes it may happen that during this testing, major defects discovered can even cause a system failure. During the exploratory testing, it is advisable to keep a track of what flow you have tested and what activity you have did before start of the specific flow. An exploratory testing technique is performed without documentation and test cases, so extra precautions has to be taken before implementing testing. The 20th one is functional testing. This type of testing ignores the internal part and focuses only on the output to check if it is as per the requirement or not. It is a black box type of testing geared to the functional requirement of a particular application. The next mode of testing is GUI testing or graphical user interface testing. The objective of this GUI testing is to validate the GUI as per the business requirement. The expected GUI of the application is mentioned in the detailed design documentation and GUI mockup screens. The GUI testing includes the size of the button, the input field present on the screen, alignment of the text, tables, contents in the table, the overall arrangement or view of that particular software. It also validates the menu of the application. After selecting different menu and menu items, it validates that the page does not fluctuate and the alignment remains same after hovering the mouse on the menu or submenus, etc. So this GUI testing mainly focuses on whether the design scenario of the software had met the general quality needed for the software. And the 22nd one is Gorilla testing. The Gorilla testing is a testing type performed by a tester and sometimes by the developer also. In Gorilla testing, one module or the functionality in the module is tested thoroughly and heavily. The objective of this testing is to check the robustness of the application under consideration. So my dear students, we had discussed 11 different type of testings available in the software engineering environment. So my dear students, kindly go through this assignment question. The question is: define branch testing, comparison testing, compatibility testing, component testing, end-to-end testing, equivalence partitioning testing, example testing, exploratory testing, functional testing, GUI testing, and Gorilla testing. So my dear students, in the upcoming lecture, we will discuss another set of testing measures which are available in the software engineering environment. See you soon. Until then, goodbye. Thank you and all the best.